Yo, they came out with a new Star Rail update. We got Clara 2.0.
Intercepting sword technique. Intercepting sword technique. Intercepting sword technique.
Intercepting sword technique.
Cleave through clouds.
Oh, you just lead with that.
We're in trouble now. Slap. Melt. Descend to earth.
I'm familiar with how Clara works.
Naughty child.
Clara 2.0 will be no different.
Nap time.
The only reason they
Fight is one.
give you enemies that aren't physical weak is so they don't get instantly killed.
Melt. Cleave through clouds.
Oh, I got an achievement.
Let's be friends. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
They seem to have upgraded their tutorials though. Let's let you view the abilities now.
Yes, you. Descend to earth.
It's like 80 critical hits. So they replaced the tail and the Ho-Ho Hua voice actor. And our Jenny's. And Moses. It's a fucking party. People losing their their job and their right to work.
Enemy
Not that it's
base
not
is
deserved.
accessible. Time for a good old counterattack.
Let's go.
Oh, it's gonna take forever to get these guys away.
Rules are made to be broken. Never forget. Retribution.
I'm gonna hold everyone back. Thanks for the support. Enemy data signet markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Let's make it quick. Just a scratch. Captain. Fiends or devil. I'll crush them all. Rules are made to be broken.
Yield. The smell
I'll
of
do like
sweet
a
nectar.
YOLO summon
By the
on
will of the Ten Lords. The Ten Lords decree, hereby ordained.
the banner. But not really interested in it.
Life in this sanctuary is but a vision. This is our chance.
I have like a maxed out Clara already. And Yunli is just better Clara.
Don't deny it, I shall be the judge.
Rules are made to be broken.
This is sealed recount.
This is like Yukong's first banner. since like version 1.2 or some shit.
Speed, not haste.
Oh, that's what her thing does? She's only useful at like max merge, but it's like impossible to get max merge on her.
The wind is rising. From the blue.
She's basically a new character.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision.
Butter vision.
This is our chance. As easy as that. Rules are made to be broken. Fighting is meaningless.
The healer ones are like slow by necessity, which is unfortunate because that means it takes longer.
Paid for that. Lesson inside it. Deep breath. Better late than never.
Let's go.
Let's be friends. Yeah. Fight is fun.
Rules are made to be broken.
Here, try this.
Let's make it quick.
Travel.
Much
Keep the moment. Yeah.
Let's go. Rules are made to be broken.
Oh, so this is actually good on Clara, or it'll spare a second to YOLO summon. And get a Hanya. Okay. Not even the focus. Wait, what are the focus 4 stars here?
In the obscure prophecy of Dream, a star from the heavens has enlightened my path.
Oof, I do not want any of those. New MOC? Maybe? Maybe he's just saying that because I haven't been on my PC Star Rail for a while. Oh nice, Apollo Jades. I don't actually want to open this event, but I do want to get this off my notification things. New faction? Creed execute key? What? Finality. Hmm. Two more Cienjo ships. I've just been maxing out traces on like freaking everyone I use, even lightly. Like in general, my traces are pretty maxed. I don't want to get the last level of that because it costs an orb thing. Gepard has been replaced. Bailu's been replaced. Zila, sad. Actually invested into Luca and Herta. That's about it. Alright. I think in general the volume could be louder. I think I turned it down because I was playing why is it playing the default music? Hey. What are you doing here?
Phew.
What's up, Pom Pom?
Just got a message from the Xianzhou La Fu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
I really don't want to go back to Space China. But this is a Space Chinese game,
It's been a while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblazing expedition going? Soon, the Xianzhou Luofu will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the Luofu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the Xianzhou. Thus, on behalf of the Seat of Divine Foresight, I'm extending an invitation to attend the ceremony. Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
Well, things aren't getting lively. We've barely recovered from the family's Charmony Festival, and we're already being invited to another
It keeps
special event.
changing my music.
Yeah, me too. But wait, won't it look unprofessional if we attend 2 ceremonies in a row?
So we should leave March behind to take care of the Express?
Hey, that's not what I meant. I'm all for some fun. I just hope there won't be any surprise party crashers, like Friday or Saturday.
God damn it, March.
The Xianzhou Luofu has recently overcome a crisis. By holding the war dance, they're demonstrating to everyone that they've returned to a state of peace and safety.
Yeah,
But
nothing
that's
bad will
what
happen.
Everyone said before we went to Penacony. You'll be totally safe under the family's protection.
No need to worry. The War Dance is not like the Charmony Festival with all its hidden secrets. It's just a festival to honor the Rainbow Arbiter and the Cloud Knights. Aside from star skiff performances, it's mostly martial contests. Nothing too different from the Taiki and Roboball contest.
I want to go there.
What do you think, Himiko? Since we've accepted Miss Black Swan's proposal, we should probably head to Amphorius for refueling.
There's certainly no rush. This trailblazing expedition is quite unique, and the Express needs to be fully stocked and prepared before moving on to the next stop. With Madame Herta's help, I was planning to deliver some Leviathan fossils from Kalinga Abyss to Ron May, member 81 of the Genius Society. It could earn us some favors before we set off. However, it may take a few weeks.
Aw, so that means we're not going to the Luofu.
Yay.
Being an adult means maintaining relationships. So, here's the plan. Pom Pom will take everyone to the Xianzhou Luofu. Mr. Yang and I will meet up with Ron May and fulfill our promise.
How?
Meanwhile, you, March, and Don Hung will represent the Express and attend the war dance.
How are you gonna meet up with Ron May?
What do you two think?
Is there a second train?
Himeko and Mr. Yang will will be busy with serious research. Besides, fossils can't compete with martial contests when it comes to fun, right?
Not when it's on space,
Plus,
China.
You're the only one with so many friends on the Luofu. I'll be lost if you don't come along.
Now that everyone's on board with the plan, it's time to warp to the Xianzhou Luofu.
Forgetting about Dan Heng, who was fucking born there. What?
Kalinga Abyss. What does she expect to find there? Current research on the Leviathan merely proves how little we know about such life forms.
That's why geniuses are interested in that field. Don't miss us too much.
Quick!
Himeko really knows how to convince people. Between Leviathan fossils and the war dance, the latter definitely sounds more fun. By the way, Dan Heng, this time you'll be taking a stroll with us on the Luofu, right?
And just let you two wander around aimlessly on the Luofu by yourselves? I don't think so. Plus, Mr. Yang is right. The Ambrosial Arbor crisis just ended, and since he has extended an invitation,
Whoa, whoa.
Coming back to this place brings back so many memories, you know? Well, it's nothing too poetic. This time we're not being forced or enticed. Quite unusual, I must...
I agree.
Boom. I love the very end of this song so much. Like the string, or not, it's not the string. I don't know what instrument it is.
Is the Starskiff Haven always this crowded? There's so many people here. I can barely hear anything.
It's not a very long song. It's like the part after this one. There's an instrument that kicks in. This one.
Yanqing said General Jingyuan sent him to welcome us.
I like that a lot.
Where is he?
Let's wait for him in front of the loom. It's the most prominent landmark on the dock.
It's weird that these are kids and not Pepeshi.
Hey, you guys! Hold on a moment!
God damn it.
Did they just call us? Look at their outfits.
The moment I say it.
They're from Penacony, right? Are you familiar with the Xianzhou Luofu?
We know a little bit about it.
We're from Penacony. Maybe you've heard of it. We came to this ship to gather interesting materials for making dream bubbles.
Oh, we just left there.
That's great. Do you?
Exactly. Most of the tourists around at the
Yeah, we know about that ceremony. But
I've heard the ring
Go
was
to the,
actually converted from a huge decommissioned Luofu fighter jet.
Shatter Scale Gorge? Something Scale Gorge? Do 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 do.
No doubt about it. It's a massive fighter jet. It's got to be larger than a civilian starship.
Whose voice is this? I
But for
recognize
now,
it.
all we can do is wait until the war dance starts in a few weeks before we can board it. We've still got work to
A few
do,
weeks?
So we can't just sit around waiting for it to start. That's why we're.
We're
Is this
looking
just
for
the
unique
preamble?
Experiences that you won't find on Penacony.
You're the expert here.
That's indeed a good idea. While the dreamscape on Penacony is all artificial, Scale Gorge Waterscape is a celebration of nature's resurgence. It has some remarkable scenery.
Awesome! I love being out there in nature. Let's go to Scale Gorge Waterscape first.
I'm a bit worried that nature-themed dream bubbles might be outdated.
Do,
But
do,
hey,
do, do,
let's go check it
do,
out
do,
anyway.
do.
See you later. Maybe we'll run into each other there in a few days.
Do, do,
Look,
do,
Yanqing's
do,
here.
do, do,
Really?
do.
Let's go catch up with him.
There you are. Everyone, this way.
Intelligentsia guild member. Todd Riordan. Wait, is that the guy who tried to extend his life and then fucking Benjamin Bunned himself? I think it is. Why would I not? Why would I lie about this? Candelabros?
Maintenance is also an important part of the job.
What is this? Cloth? do 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 do. Child.
Hey everyone, it's been a while.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long since we last saw you. But Yanqing, are you?
What's up, Miss March?
They say kids grow up really fast. Yanqing, are you a little bit taller than before?
We've only been away for a few months.
Long time no see.
It's been a while.
Oh, you've come along too, Mr. Danheng. Sorry for the delay. With the upcoming war dance and the Starskiff Haven being so busy, things are a little hectic.
Seriously?
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon.
Yep. There's people from other delves and travelers like you three who've come from afar. With the war dance coming up, there's a huge number of visitors pouring into the Starskiff Haven. The General said this ceremony would help the Xianzhou Luofu recover from the crisis. It's a way to showcase our martial spirit, reassure people, boost morale, and attract visitors from other planets to promote trade and peace. By the way, the Xianzhou Alliance places great importance on this ceremony too. Yeah, the Xianzhou Yaoqing is a major force in hunting down abominations, and is always engaged, but Madame Yukong from the Skyfaring Commission mentioned that the Yaoqing always sends back reports of great victories. I
Oh,
heard
they're
General
lying.
Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is a young and dauntless lady. My peers say that she's like a goddess of war. If only I could witness her prowess with my own eyes.
By the way, Yanqing, where are we headed next?
I'm sorry for talking your ear off.
It's funny how he tries to act all mature.
I agree.
Eh.
All units, assemble quickly! Get ready to protect the crowd!
I just mentioned security, and now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me, I need to go check out the situation.
We'll go with you.
June Lee introduction coming up.
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him.
Moon Rage.
Borison? Why are there Borison here? This ends now.
Until everything burns to ashes!
Get ready to fucking die, Borison. Sorry, we couldn't see your new mechanic. I'm sure they'll show up in LOC or something.
Not good. Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time to chat. Could you give me back my...
Do 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 do. On the other hand, what? What's the fucking Celestial Jade ad going on?
Wait, my sword! Let's just... I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we'll have to put our plans on hold for now.
While we appreciate your rescue, my Xianzhou friends, don't you think it's a bit too much to detain us and our cargo?
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection until we figure out the source of the attack. Once we're done with the formalities, we'll let you and your cargo go.
Oh, but this shipment isn't even meant for the Luofu.
According to the protocol, all cargo arriving on the Luofu must go through inspection.
Oh, but we didn't officially enter your dock at all. We...
Looks like this argument could go on forever.
And so the Borison flew here? Catch this. Boop.
Who's in charge here? I need some
Oh,
answers.
it's a dude.
It's my fault. We let our guard down for a moment.
He's British.
I take full responsibility.
With the war dance approaching, safety should be a top priority. Now, tell me, how did Borisin prisoners end up in Starskiff Haven? According to the protocol, Borisin prisoners should be held on a Starskiff and taken directly to the Shackling prison under strict supervision without ever touching the ground.
Please don't blame this, Captain. This incident involves the Ju Ming's diplomatic vessel.
Who are you?
I'm Lu Jun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad. Thank you for your help, Lieutenant Yenshit. Here's what happened. An IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin just before arriving, and the Ju Ming's diplomatic vessel came to the rescue.
So, an IPC ship was attacked by the Borisin near the Luofu, and...
Honestly, it gives me a headache too. The Ju Ming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard procedure, docked at the passenger terminal to hand the... You know, with all the outsiders flooding onto the Luofu, the Starskiff lanes are under immense pressure. The Borisin
We'll make sure these prisoners are sent to the Shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. It's an unusual situation indeed. Maybe I should gather more details from others, so that the Seat of Divine Foresight can have a better understanding of the situation.
Oh, you look much...
Please don't tease me, Miss March. The situation on the Xianzhou before the war dance is like a calm lake that can be disturbed by even the smallest pebble.
What are those people...
Yeah, those werewolf monsters are known as Borisin.
Kobolds.
They're abominations of
That's not even right.
abundance, and we've been fighting them for a very long
Werewolves?
time. The Borisin have been a powerful force for a long time, plundering and enslaving many worlds. The threat they pose is just as terrible as the Swarm disaster, and their presence has faded over the years.
According to that officer, they attacked an IPC ship near the Xianzhou Luofu.
Yeah, that's what I find strange too. Well, enough with the chit-chat. I'd love to chit-chat a little longer.
Enough with the chit-chat. I'd love to chit-chat a little longer, but we chit-chatted enough. We'll have to chit-chat in the future.
It's no big deal. By the way, that young lady who just appeared, she took my sword.
I doubt she did it on purpose.
Don't remind me. All right, let's not keep the General waiting.
Don't worry. There aren't many people out there with that kind of talent.
There sure are a lot of troublemakers around.
Just the most suspicious looking person possible. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Success and failure are predetermined. You can't change it no matter how long you try.
The plague's author is at our door. Our general fights like a boar.
Fights like a whore. Who's singing? Is it this one? She's talking. Tourist.
Think you'd get away with your crime by pretending to be a waiter?
Eh? in the middle of this?
Think you'd get away with your crime by protecting...
Child.
I wonder if there's an event for Intellitron swordplay.
This place is so warm. It's like a giant furnace.
Imprisoned criminal.
How did it come to this?
Who the hell are you?
Like a dream out of sight and mind. 600 years in this mortal bind.
Drama? Huh? You are a kid. Boing, poof, wallum.
I wonder if this place is so warm.
It's been a long journey, Elder Wyatt. Thank you for your presence.
Don't mention it. Thank you for taking the time to welcome me.
General, I brought our guests from the Express. Oh, I'm sorry for my bad timing. I didn't know you were meeting a guest, General.
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friends from the Astral Express. Oh. Well, it's an honor to be in your dreams, my friend. Allow me to introduce you to General Hua Yin. He's the Arbiter General of the Xianzhou Zhuming, known as the Flaming Heart.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist here, no different from other tourists who've come to attend the ceremony.
Elder Huayan is not only one of the Arbiter Generals, but also the Furnace Master of the Artisanship Commission. Besides his martial skills, he excels in forging various weapons. Such talents are unique, even among the Arbiter Generals.
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, the Marshal has called me back to duty, and I had no choice but to answer the call. Well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life naturally brings its share of disapproval.
It's an honor to meet you, General Huayan.
It's my honor to meet you, General Huayan.
No need to be all formal. Today I'm just a guest on the Luofu, the same as all of you. So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jingyuin? The heroes who helped you with the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Indeed. There's Dan Heng, March 7th, and him. Without their help, I'm afraid the Luofu might not have easily overcome this crisis.
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Luofu and will attend the war dance. I'd love to have a drink with you should the chance present itself.
You're more than welcome, General Huayan.
And this young friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Luofu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance, ready to take on all kinds of challenges.
Great, great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today. Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yu Li.
It's you!
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other? Guess we don't need any introductions then.
What a coincidence! I was afraid I'd have trouble finding this girl.
Oh? Now you've piqued my curiosity. Tell me, how did you two become acquainted?
She helped me capture the escaped Borisin prisoners at the Starskiff Haven. Allow me to express my gratitude for you. But when you left, you took my flying sword with you.
Your flying sword? Oh, so that's why I found a dagger in my bag. Turns out it's yours.
Yes, it is. Now that we've met again, I hope...
Nope, that won't do.
Won't do?
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it back. On the Zhuming, when you lose your sword on the battlefield, you have to reclaim it on the battlefield.
Kill her. Yanqing, stab her now.
As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borisin prisoner. But unfortunately, its owner's agitated state caused it to fly off like a kite with a broken string, and it missed its target. By the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that Borisin prisoner would have gotten away.
Hold on a sec, Yun Li. You took my sword without even asking, and now you're refusing to give it back?
So much for Luofu Swordmasters.
What did you just say?
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, I would have totally respected you. But nope, you tried to play it down, expecting me to just hand it back to you like it's nothing. In front of everyone. With all due respect, you don't honor your sword, so you don't deserve it.
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords, fine. Let's have a one-on-one duel right now.
Yanqing.
Well, that's more like it. Just be careful. Because I'm not as easy to handle as the Borison.
Who's a sassy lost child?
You two, be quiet and apologize to Yanqing.
Hey! Whose side are you on, Grandpa?
I don't take sides.
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. I've heard about the Zhu Ming's incredible swordplay and craftsmanship. Most notably, the legendary Flame Wheel Octet. Seeing Miss Yun Li, who is among those ranks today, well, I must say, she definitely has that fiery edge.
Such grandiose names. Some folks love to spin these fancy titles, trying to set the Cloud Knights apart. Yun Li is still just a young girl, a bit awkward and hot-tempered. So please forgive her if she's being rude.
Well, everyone, Elder Huayan and I have some business to discuss. For now, Yanqing, why don't you entertain our guests and take Miss Yun Li to the inn? I'll find another chance to talk with you all. I'd like to express my gratitude to the Astral Express for helping the Luofu during the crisis.
That's so kind of you. I mean, you've already thanked us so many times.
Please forgive me for coming at an inconvenient time.
You needn't apologize, General Huayan.
All right, Yun Li. Take this opportunity to clear things up with Yanqing.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies. But I won't be heading to the inn just yet. I want to visit Lingsha. She just arrived in the Luofu and could use some help settling in.
Yanqing, once you've helped our guests get settled, go to the Artisanship Commission for me. I've heard about the attack and the detainment of the IPC ship. Qingzu sent word that the IPC members are protesting and wish to have their cargo back. See if you can calm them down. Don't get aggressive. Just make it clear that the Xianzhou Luofu has no intention of violating their rights.
I'm on it.
Please stay tuned.
This is the report Qingzu just sent me. Let me take a look. Looks like the General has given me a tough challenge. Well, it's not exactly a test. It's just, talking things out isn't as straightforward as duking it out with weapons on the battlefield. Well, let's not worry about that for now.
It is the Luofu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing implies intentions beyond mere spectating. Might there be any specific instructions from the Marshal?
You're overthinking it, Jingyuan. As I said,
he has
I want
eyes.
to broaden my granddaughter's horizons. I have no ulterior motives. However, I have no clue what the Yao Qing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of Arbiter General holds a weight far greater than its literal meaning. So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. Living too long means that every mistake you made will lurk in the shadows. The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Luofu. As for the Merlin's Claw of the Yao Qing, she has come specifically for you. Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say the Merlin's claw strikes like lightning. Being late isn't her style.
That's not true, General Huayan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
As soon as she disembarked from the star skiff, she mentioned having something to attend to and simply disappeared.
You must be the messengers from the Xianzhou Yao Qing, I assume.
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainers of the Merlin's Claw. It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter Generals.
I like Moses' design.
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to
This
visit
guy's the
sends
little
a
shit
message
Henry from
instead.
Fire Emblem.
What does she mean? Tell me, what could be more important to her than coming here?
Master heard about a spectacular view in Scale Gorge Waterscape. I believe she went there to enjoy it.
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Jingyuan? This person is being sarcastic.
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huayan. I was simply stating the truth. Master thought it would be inappropriate to keep you waiting, so she sent us here. Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
Drat, I forgot to ask Yun Li to return my sword. No need to bother. The Juming envoys won't be leaving the Luofu anytime soon. By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but the general seemed a little reserved. Could it be because of Elder Huayan's visit?
Reserved?
Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the Xianzhou Juming was actually the Arbiter General himself.
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire thing so unusual.
What's so unusual about...
The war dance is just a small festival. And now we have 2 Arbiter Generals from other Xianzhou ships here. Maybe they've come to hold Jingyuan accountable for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Hold him accountable?
Dan Shu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the Alliance.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that the Plague Mark, which was subdued by the Xianzhou Luofu, has resurfaced. But was it really a conspiracy instigated by the Antimatter Legion? Once the spark of suspicion is kindled, it proves hard to extinguish.
What was I thinking?
Aw, I was so excited. By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Juming diplomatic ship has arrived, and rumors say that she's to be the new Cauldron Master of...
An alchemist from the Juming serving as the Cauldron Master on the Luofu?
Thanks to your words, Mr. Dan Heng. Now I finally see the underlying tensions. The General is under tremendous pressure right now.
Come on, don't think like that. Did I say something?
Miss March is right. Still, I'll do my best to follow his instructions.
He looks like he has a lot on his mind.
This is too much trouble.
No worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. Hey, who's bragging?
Well, since you're willing to help.
Can I really reason with you Xianzhou people? I think I get it now. In your words, this is called looting a burning house, right?
But I am trying to reason with you here.
toxic voice sounds familiar.
You know what? This isn't my first time dealing with the Skyfaring Commission. But straight up snatching IPC cargo, isn't that going a bit too far?
Just as I've said it many times already.
I'm hearing you loud and clear. Keep detaining my cargo and I'll I was gonna ask you the same thing. Why do I keep running into you? Staying on the Xianzhou,
I missed the chance to make a bark joke.
terrible luck. Wherever you
I didn't
go,
read the third option before I clicked it.
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express?
They're in trouble? No.
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before. I was sent here to deal with the IPC protest.
As you know, this IPC and this is Mr. Scott.
So, you're Scott.
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repair.
What do you mean by snatched?
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission?
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission did.
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you?
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days.
I understand, but...
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also...
Biological tissue?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation.
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are very strict.
Oh, really? Fine. If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have...
This Mr. Scott seems stubborn and different. I heard how you helped Aramali. The IPC...
What are you guys whispering about over there?
How about I fucking take your head off, Scott? Odd job. Oh no. Oh no. What? What? Just fucking Dagon
This guy
Ranpa?
won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Xianzhou
Intellectual property.
The Alliance can sign a non-disclosure agreement with you. That way, you won't have to worry about any infringements, right?
We can sign a mutually acceptable non-disclosure agreement in accordance with the IPC's...
Well, that makes sense, but how can we trust you to honor the term? Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild are incredibly valuable. Beyond...
Can you give us an exact amount, Mr. Scott? If there's any damage after the inspection, the Express,
The Skyfaring Commission. Yeah, they will compensate you.
I don't doubt the financial strength of the Skyfaring Commission. However, this is not just about money. Besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want...
I'm pretty tight with Dr. Ratio from the Intelligentsia Guild. Almost.
What's all this nonsense?
Okay,
Even
whatever.
if you were married to him, you still couldn't represent the Intelligentsia Guild.
Damn it.
We both need to follow
I just
the
wanted to name
regulations,
drop him.
Because that's how the IPC and the Xianzhou operate, right?
Everyone has their own set of rules. Now that you're on their turf,
Yeah, I get it. I know I'm on the Xianzhou, but if I violate the IPC regulations, I'll be in deep trouble when I... Well, you guys sure know how to argue your case. Fine. I'll allow you to do the security inspection.
So, Mr. Scott, are you...
Well, IPC staff are free to come and go, as long as they don't break any laws.
Yeah, you've got some insight there.
Fish lady.
Allow me to
Nishiki.
introduce myself. I'm Ling Sha, Cauldron Master and head of the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu.
Could she be? Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Xianzhou Zhuming.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so... It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Hmm?
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect them.
Wait a minute!
Well, that's more like it. Our ship will leave in a few days.
Your ship can leave whenever you want, but I'm afraid I can't say the same for your cargo. According to the import and export regulations signed between the Xianzhou and IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat. Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Normally, it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
Only 47 years?
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of energy.
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time, I do.
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life...
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
But...
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for, right? Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman.
And you're still as annoying as ever.
This lady...
What the fuck?
Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections
How
will
is
be
this
filed with the
biological?
IPC.
Turn it off!
Terror grip.
Oh, how unexpected. That was a surprise.
Using Boris and biological tissues. Slaughter algorithm. What the fuck? You just putting biological weapons.
Some value, I suppose. Eternal. Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Let's improvise.
Like fun till everything burns to ashes! Set the seas aflame! Fight to live!
The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Grace and elegance.
Take your positions.
You must have accidentally triggered the cargo's defense
We
program.
opened the box.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving. I swear on the Amber Lord.
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guests to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
Gentlemen, our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside. I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
Oh, did it like attract the Borisin to attack the ship because they were using the DNA?
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply, this machine operates with a kind of biological nerve as its control center.
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
Why
I
would
read the story,
Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology? Perhaps they're trying to create a new weapon?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borisin attacked the ship. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commission and ask the judges to come and give their final verdict on this. According to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken to the shackling prison for further sentencing. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge. I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble.
I should thank you for saving my life. I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters. Yeah, exactly. As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right?
It wasn't a big deal.
Really? It's still early. So why don't we get some tea at the...
I'd be...
And you three are coming too.
I'm here to pay my
Let's switch to the Intelligentsia team. They don't kill things as fast.
Spreading pretty fast.
All these years. And the view at the Alchemy Commission hasn't changed a bit. The tides come and go. But the ancient sea remains the same.
You're a Lofu native, Miss Link?
Yes. I grew up here. It's kind of sad, isn't it?
The view here would be even better without the Ambrosial Arbor.
Oh, really?
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations.
Well, once a seed is planted, in my humble opinion, the rebirth of the Ambrosial Arbor and the research... My bad. Well, since...
What would you like to discuss, Miss...
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the... Honestly, the Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems.
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, I'm an outsider. The Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu have always been intricately connected.
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of
How do you
Sanctus
not know
Medicus
about
have been
politics?
operating within the Alchemy Commission for years. If you're
You're
determined
like,
to root them out,
you're the retainer of the fucking general.
I see. Thank you for your
Leave, fish lady.
While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the Ambrosial Arbor, it can't, just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate.
Yeah,
Our
okay.
Xianzhou forebears knew this well. 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, She didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the alchemy. And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence?
What?
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not.
What?
Alas. Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides...
Lingsha, you're back! I've been waiting ages for you.
Child.
Yunli! Why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity.
What a small world.
Oh, hi, dog.
You stole my sword. Give it back.
Ooh, sugar dog. He is indeed a good dog.
Let's skip the introduction part then.
Why do I keep bumping into? Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yunli, I have important things to take care of.
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted.
Ah, yes, you're insane.
When you now that I see you again,
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you.
just look at this flying sword. You know the Cloud Knights say, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon.
Fine! You don't have to give it back, because I'll take it back myself!
Between these two, who do you...
Get ready to separate them.
It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission.
Well,
I didn't mean it in that way. I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with
clearing out...
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave?
It's so heartwarming to see... Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were eradicated, if you want a contest, I'll be...
Lingsha.
It's for your own good, little...
That's really thoughtful of you.
So, are you... Let me say it again. Be careful when you draw your swords, and...
Can we...
Strike apart!
Easy, Numby.
I hit the mark.
There's more to life. Eternal.
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to his sword to actually have some skill.
Let the valuation... The market is on...
Right!
Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Sure, I'll play along.
Some value, I suppose. Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Strike apart!
No risk, high reward.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Time for swordplay. Blade and flight. Practice is over. Swords descend.
Hedge your bets.
single target squad is unfortunate.
Strike with heart.
There's more to life. Existence is unity.
Watch your head. The market is unpredictable. Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Sure, I'll play along. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Blade and fly!
Some value, I suppose. Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Easy, Numby. Ribbit trip! Strike with heart!
There's more to life.
Let's evaluate liquidation! Oh.
I win, Miss Yunli!
You got lucky.
Why don't you just give me back my sword, sincerely apologize, and then go cry your eyes out to your grandpa? Consider yourself lucky that I'm not interested in your rusty sword.
All you did was chop down a few monsters. If you think you can just take this sword from my hand, go ahead and try.
Well fought, my young friends. However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will.
Yeah, sure.
I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable fight at the Alchemy Commission, of all places. Well, the Luofu is never short of surprises. However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dances ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a...
Grudges? No, not at all.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords, and she swung her sword with full strength.
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Fei Xiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady? Fei Xiao? Grandpa always talks about you. Could it be that you are...
The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yaoqing?
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Luofu, too.
Of course! Everyone has heard of the Great General.
Great General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like... Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Luofu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals.
That sounds even more
Sounds
narcissistic.
much better, right?
Yeah, that's a bit fitting. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for her guidance? Here's your sword. Keep it safe.
This how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Feixiao. Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jing Yuan. I think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned.
Thanks for stepping in, General Feixiao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked.
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Well, you can always send the bill to the seat of divine foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me.
She's like a fake Jing Yuan.
Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours. So, what do you think?
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Luofu is prospering.
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, so at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having court.
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right? Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now.
Are you treating General Jing Yuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Luofu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
So not even the famed healer lady could help? Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure you. Actually, I've found some leads.
Well, life and death, Jiao Chou. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou spearhead, hunting down the abominations of abundance till the end of my days. As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live.
Sounds very, very Lord Dumpy.
As my enemy. No. My real enemy has always been myself.
Uh-huh. Cool.
Enjoy some tasty food.
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend. I've not...
This is like so uninteresting.
Hey, was that the when Yun Li swept...
Yeah.
Mine.
You think so too, right?
I agree.
I was actually hoping...
Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. I've had my fair share of defeats lately.
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had when you
I see.
And lost.
Thanks for the advice, Master Danheng.
I bet it's about how to.
I really don't want to get caught up.
Yeesh. Oh, they put a teleporter right in here. I don't think that was there before. Do 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 do.
Earlier at the Palace of Astral, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder Huayan. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them to you. These three braved great dangers, accompanying me to perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Vantilia, and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. If you wish to know more, please, feel free to ask us.
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Hu Xuan. She's been summoned to the Yuchue for questioning. There are a lot of doubts within the Alliance about this whole situation. But despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate ways, despite the many criticisms within the Alliance, the Marshal still stood firm against the dissenting voices and entrusted the Luofu to you. Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom. You've taken down abominations in Thalassa, rescued the Xianzhou Yuchue from a siege, and destroyed the demonic planet summoned by the denizens of abundance. I still remember those battles vividly. There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy to see the divine foresight fail because it gives them some kind of sick satisfaction. They haven't achieved anything of their own, so they feed off the failures of others. But I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe that your loyalty has never wavered.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
No. I am too.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Luofu, but the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Fei Xiao's questioning. The Marshal is well aware of Jing Yuan's purpose in holding the ceremony and understands the situation he is facing. She mentioned it because she believes both issues are important.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huayan. But is it appropriate to tell everyone here about the Marshal's orders?
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions and Fei Xiao's? And whether there's any discord between us? Well, since I'm being open and honest with you, I encourage you young folk to do the same. As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. General Fei Xiao will be the one asking the questions. To be honest, I'm more concerned about the timely start of the war dance. Oh, by the way, I've prepared a gift for the war dance.
Hi, this is Toga speaking. 여보세요? Hi. 好，知道了。sure thing.
Yes, it's this case right here. There will be numerous contests and celebrations during the war dance, and the main event will be the Ringmaster's Challenge. The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos, showcasing the excellent martial arts of the Xianzhou Luofu. When you mentioned that the Astral Express would be attending the ceremony, I thought the High Elder of the Luofu would be the Ringmaster.
You humor me, Elder Huayan. The healer lady is just a young lady who knows nothing about martial arts. How can I assign her as the Ringmaster?
I'm no match to you when it comes to joking.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it, General Huayan?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. It's empty now, but in a few days, a precious sword will be delivered and stored inside. I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of the Zhu-Ming's craftsmanship. It has a legendary history, full of heroic tales from foreign lands. Tales that are too detailed to be summarized in just a few words. Since the delegation delivering the sword hasn't arrived yet, I'll just leave the case here for now. I've been wondering who would be worthy of such a sword. And then it hit me. I can award it to the champion of the Ringmaster's Challenge. The ceremony's champion is sure to be a perfect match for the sword. Moreover, I hear that Yanqing is an excellent swordmaster, and that he will be representing the Luofu as the Ringmaster, so it seems like a perfect gift for him.
Thank you for your generosity, Elder Huayan.
If you want to give me a sword, just say the word, Grandpa. No need to beat around the bush.
You've got confidence, my girl, but I don't think you can best Yanqing.
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses its rightful master.
Yeah, and even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up in someone else's.
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested, why don't you represent the Xianzhou Zhuming and challenge me in the ring?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me, could be someone else. It'll probably be me. But whatever happens, it won't be him.
Not to be rude or anything. We've been watching their drama. I'm dying to find out who beats who.
Quiet down. We have other guests here. I've prepared this sword to add some excitement to the ceremony, not to have you two squabble. It's not a good look for the Alliance. While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one winner and one loser in the ring, which could lead to hard feelings. Actually, I have an idea. We don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either of you. But if you're eyeing that prize, you'll need to work together. I want you to take on an apprentice who will take part in the war dance and win at least one match.
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, it's even more so to pass on your skills and spread the way of swordplay. I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the war dance by displaying their Cloud Knight flair and prowess.
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome. The question is, whom should the two of them take as an apprentice?
Huh? Who? Wait, me?
I noticed just now that... Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight. So I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
Wait! Are you serious, General? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it? Well, you'll probably realize I have no hope and give up on me. And that'd be so embarrassing.
Your talent is quite unique. Are you also interested in swordplay? But you know, based on my years of judging people, you don't really need to dive into swordplay to boost your skills. And I doubt there's anyone out there who can really show you the way forward. As for Miss March, she's like a piece of jade in the rough, just waiting to be shaped.
Be right back.
I appreciate your kind words, General YN. But won't teaching me swordplay be a waste of Yanqing and Yunli's time? They should be preparing for the ceremony. Plus, I heard that each swordmaster has their own special moves. What if they let something slip while teaching me? If everyone knows each other's tactics, won't that make it hard to catch people off guard during the war dance?
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to freak out. A few Juming swordplay tricks will mean you'll be more than equipped.
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just one move? How boring would that be? Plus, what really decides a swordsman's fate isn't some special move. It's the solid fundamentals.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What do you say, Yang Qing?
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach swordplay to others?
So you're admitting your defeat, huh? If you're not even confident to teach, why don't you let me be the ringmaster instead?
Yang Qing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've been an apprentice for years. It's about time you looked at swordplay from another perspective.
I see, General. Then count me in.
Now that Yang Qing has agreed too, it all comes down to Miss March giving her nod.
It's up to you to make the final decision, March.
Yeah. While I'm smart, learning swordplay sounds like a whole lot of work.
It'll be great learning swordplay. That way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
Hey, I've never missed my target. Then I'm on board. Thank you for your kindness, General Huaiyan.
Great! Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli will teach you the basics of the Cloud Knight's swordplay. Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment for Miss March. Think of it as a little initiation gift.
You're too kind. Wait, you're giving me a gift? Shouldn't it be the other way around? General Huaiyan's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about? I think we strayed off topic. How did things even get to this point?
Yeah, I brought you here because the General said he had some important matters to discuss. But how in the world did Yunli and I suddenly become Miss March's swordplay mentors?
Because General Huaiyan wants us to stick around on the Luofu for some time. But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time. Since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Luofu's operations log were given to the Alliance, he probably wants to see firsthand if we're as capable as the report claims, or if we're just some made-up excuse to save face. And he wants to see it for himself during the war dance, which is why he even dragged Yunli into this. What began as a simple contest between two sword masters has now evolved into you two collaborating to mentor March.
Elder Huaiyan is Still that tricky general who likes to give everyone a headache. My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses. I apologize for not disclosing this information. In the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please, be prepared for the meeting.
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens, I'm prepared to stay here as the Express's witness and answer any questions.
Thank you, everyone.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but...
Hmm?
As the Luofu Ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
I know.
The illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for me? And for so long, too? It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General Fei Xiao.